If you see her veil move when there's no wind, it means she's already chosen you. At the misty edge of Genting Highlands, where clouds drift low enough to touch the road, locals whisper about an old village gate that appears on foggy nights. Tourists driving down from the mountains say it wasn't there before, and yet somehow they pass through it anyway. The elders call it the Bride's Gate. Decades ago, when Genting was still forest and farms, a wedding procession climbed the hill. The bride, dressed in crimson silk, was to marry a rich merchant's son. But lightning struck mid-journey. Her carriage tipped from the cliff, disappearing into the ravine. When villagers searched, they found her red shoes near the gate and drops of blood leading into the fog. Since then, she's been seen wandering the mountain roads on stormy nights, her veil glistening wet, bouquet dripping red. One evening, a bus driver named Lim took a shortcut through the old service road. The mist was thick, headlights cutting only a few meters ahead. Then, through the haze, he saw her, standing beneath an arched wooden gate that hadn't been there yesterday. A woman in red, perfectly still, face covered by a soaked veil. He honked. No response. She didn't flinch. Only her bouquet trembled, and something dark trickled from her flowers onto the asphalt. "Miss, you need help?" he called, stepping out. She turned her head slowly, veil fluttering though the air was still. Beneath it, pale eyes gleamed like glass. "Walk me," she whispered. "My groom awaits." Lim, shivering but pitying her, took her arm. Her skin was cold and damp, softer than wax. Together they walked into the fog beyond the gate. The road bent toward an abandoned colonial mansion, its roof half collapsed. Candles flickered faintly in the windows, though no wind stirred them. Inside, a wedding table waited, plates rotted, goblets filled with blackened wine. At the far end sat a corpse in a red groom's robe, his mouth frozen mid-laugh. The bride turned to Lim. "He never came, but you did." The candles flared blue. The dead guests raised their heads, their jaws creaking open. A deafening beat of invisible drums filled the hall. The air stank of rot and perfume. Lim tried to run. Crimson ribbons uncoiled from the floor, wrapping around his arms. The bride's veil lifted, revealing a face of bleached bone and hollow sockets that glowed with wet light. Her voice slithered through his ear. "Stay. We'll finish the ceremony." By dawn, his bus was found idling near the gate, engine running, headlights dim. Inside, no driver, only a red thread tied around the steering wheel. Locals say that on foggy nights near Genting's sharp turns, a wooden gate appears. Beneath it stands a bride in red, veil trembling, bouquet dripping blood. If you see her, don't stop. Don't speak. She's still waiting for her groom. And tonight, that could be you.